You booked a $299 cruise, thinking you got an amazing deal, but by the end of your trip, you've spent over $2,000. Sound familiar? You're not alone, and it's not your fault. Cruise lines have mastered the art of hidden fees, charges that aren't mentioned during booking but can easily double or triple your vacation cost. In 2025, these fees are getting more creative and more expensive than ever. I'm about to expose 15 hidden cruise fees that could destroy your budget, including one shocking fee that 90% of passengers don't see coming until it's too late. If you're planning a cruise this year, this video could save you hundreds of dollars. This is the big one that catches first-time cruisers off guard. Cruise lines automatically charge $14.18 per person per day for gratuities, even for children. Real example. The Johnson family of four paid an extra $392 in automatic gratuities for their 7-day cruise. That's money they never budgeted for because it wasn't clearly explained during booking. Here's what cruise lines don't tell you. These charges can be removed or adjusted at guest services, but they make it seem mandatory and non-negotiable. The psychology behind it, they add these fees to your final bill instead of the upfront cost, so your cheap cruise suddenly becomes expensive when it's too late to cancel. How to handle this? Decide before you cruise whether to keep automatic gratuities or tip in cash based on service quality. Either way, budget for it upfront. You paid $39 for the specialty steakhouse, but here's the hidden trap. Popular menu items cost extra on top of the cover charge. The Shock Premium Steaks, Lobster, and Wine selections carry $15.25 supplements that aren't mentioned in the restaurant advertising. A former restaurant manager revealed, "We trained staff to recommend supplement items after guests were seated. Most people won't leave once they're already at the table." Real scenario. Mark paid $78 for 2 people at the Italian restaurant, then got hit with $34 in supplements for premium dishes that weren't clearly marked on the menu. Pro tip: ask about supplements before ordering anything. Many items marked with small asterisks carry additional charges. Smart move: stick to included menu items or ask for a complete price breakdown before ordering. Cruise ship Wi-Fi packages are expensive, but here's what they don't advertise. Even unlimited packages have speed restrictions that make them nearly unusable. The hidden cost: basic packages are so slow you'll need to upgrade to premium speeds for an extra $10-15 per day just to check email. What cruise lines don't want you to know: they deliberately throttle basic internet to force upgrades to higher-priced packages. Real example. Sarah paid $19/day for unlimited internet but couldn't load photos or video calls. She had to upgrade to the $29/day package, nearly doubling her internet costs. Money-saving hack: download everything before your cruise and use airplane mode. Only buy internet for emergencies. Think your $65/day drink package includes everything? Think again. Most cruise lines add an automatic 18% service charge on top of drink package prices. The math that hurts. A $65 drink package becomes $76.70 per day after service charges. For 2 people on a 7-day cruise, that's an extra $164 you didn't budget for. Why this is deceptive? The service charge isn't included in advertised package prices, so passengers get sticker shock when they see their final bill. Here's the insider secret: you can adjust or remove these service charges at guest services if you receive poor bar service, but most passengers don't know this option exists. Budget correctly. Always add 18% to any drink package price when calculating costs. Booked a $129 shore excursion but weather ruins your plans? Cruise lines often keep your money even when tours are canceled due to circumstances beyond your control. The fine print trap: weather-related cancellations may result in partial refunds or cruise credits only. Buried in terms most people never read. Real victim story: the Miller family lost $400 when their dolphin swim was canceled due to rough seas. They got a 50% cruise credit instead of a refund, forcing them to book another cruise to use it. Here's what they don't tell you. Travel insurance rarely covers shore excursion cancellations, leaving you with no protection. Smart strategy. Book refundable shore excursions through third parties or wait until you're in port to book locally for better cancellation policies. Even if you don't drink anything from your cabin minibar, you might still get charged for restocking or service fees. The scam. Some cruise lines charge $5.10 per day for minibar service whether you use it or not. It's listed as a convenience fee on your final bill. How it works. Cabin stewards restock minibars daily and cruise lines charge for this service even if nothing was consumed. Real example. Tom found a $35 minibar service charge on his bill for a 7-day cruise despite never opening the minibar. Prevention strategy. Ask guest services to empty and lock your minibar on day 1 if you don't plan to use it. Get written confirmation that you won't be charged service fees. Need cash for tips or port shopping? Casino ATMs charge outrageous fees that make bank ATM fees look reasonable. The shocking numbers: $6.8 fee per transaction plus currency conversion charges that can add another 3 to 5% to your withdrawal. The trap: casinos are often the only place on ship to get cash, giving them a monopoly on ATM services. Real cost: withdrawing $200 could cost you $25.35 in fees. That's over 15% just to access your own money. Smart alternatives. Get cash before boarding. Use your room key for onboard purchases or wait until port stops to use local ATMs with better rates. Pro tip. Some cruise lines offer cash advances at guest services for lower fees than casino ATMs. Those professional photographers charging $25 per photo have a backup plan, expensive photo packages that seem like a deal but aren't. The upsell: after rejecting individual photo prices, they offer unlimited photo packages for $199-$299 that include photos you'll never want. The psychology: they make individual photos so expensive that the package seems reasonable, but you're still overpaying for photos you could take yourself. Hidden costs: package prices don't include printing, shipping, or rush delivery fees that add another $50-$100 to your total. DIY solution: bring a phone tripod, use portrait mode, and ask other passengers to take photos at the same scenic spots photographers use. Cruise ship laundry services charge restaurant prices for basic clothing care, and they don't warn you about the costs upfront. The price shock: $4.06 to wash a t-shirt, $8.12 to clean a dress, $15 plus for suit cleaning. A week's worth of laundry can easily cost $150-$200. The convenience trap: they make it seem like the only option, but most ships have self-service laundry rooms that cost $3.5 per load. Real example: Jennifer's family spent $280 on laundry services during a 10-day cruise, more than they budgeted for shore excursions. Money-saving alternative: pack extra clothes, use self-service laundry rooms, or hand wash items in your cabin sink. Room service seems convenient until you see the bill loaded with multiple fees that turn a simple sandwich into an expensive meal. The fee pyramid: delivery charge, $3.5, service charge, 18%, tray fee, $2.3, after hours surcharge, $5 plus for orders after 11 p.m. Real math: a $12 sandwich becomes $22 after all fees and charges. The misleading marketing: they advertise 24-hour room service but don't mention that ordering outside normal hours costs extra. Better strategy: use room service only for free continental breakfast. For other meals, grab food from the buffet and eat on your balcony. Spa services are already expensive, but they add automatic gratuities that can increase your bill by 18 to 22% without warning. The surprise charge: a $150 massage becomes $183 with automatic gratuity, but they don't mention this when booking treatments. The pressure tactic: spa staff schedule back-to-back appointments so you feel rushed to pay without reviewing charges. Here's what they hope you don't know: Spa gratuities can be adjusted or removed if you're not satisfied with service. Smart approach. Ask about all charges and gratuities before treatment begins. Set a firm budget and stick to it. When ships can't dock and must anchor offshore, some cruise lines charge passengers for tender boat rides to shore, even though it's their only way to visit the port. The hidden charge, $5.10 per person each way for tender transportation, that should be included in port fees. Why this is unfair? You have no choice but to use tender boats, making this a mandatory fee disguised as optional transportation. Real impact. A family of 4 pays $40.80 extra just to visit ports they thought were included in their cruise fare. How to avoid. Research itineraries for tender ports and factor these costs into your budget, or choose cruises that dock directly at piers. Kids' clubs are advertised as complimentary, but premium activities within the clubs cost extra, something parents discover when their children are already participating. The bait and switch. Basic supervision is free, but fun activities like cooking classes, arcade time, and craft projects cost $15.25 per child. The emotional manipulation. Kids see other children doing paid activities and beg parents to participate, creating pressure to spend money. Real scenario. The Rodriguez family budgeted $0 for kids' club activities but ended up spending $180 when their children wanted to join premium programs. Parent strategy. Set clear activity budgets with children before cruise departure, or research which activities are truly included. Even minor medical issues on cruise ships come with shocking fees that aren't covered by most insurance plans. The cost reality. Basic doctor consultations start at $100–150, with medications, tests, and treatments adding hundreds more. The insurance gap. Most health insurance doesn't cover maritime medical care, leaving passengers responsible for full costs. Real emergency. David paid $850 for treatment of a minor cut that required stitches, something that would cost $200 at an urgent care center on land. Protection strategy. Buy comprehensive travel insurance that specifically covers medical expenses or budget for potential medical costs. The final hidden fee that catches passengers at the very end. Luggage handling, storage, and early departure charges. End of cruise surprises. Luggage tag printing, $25 per bag. Early luggage pickup. $25.50. Luggage storage for late flights, $10.15 per bag per hour. The timing trap. These fees are charged after you've already enjoyed your cruise and can't dispute them without missing flights. Real example. The Chang family paid an unexpected $85 in luggage fees on their final day, money they needed for airport transportation. Avoid the surprise. Carry your own luggage off the ship when possible, or budget for these end-of-cruise charges. Now that you know these hidden fees exist, here's how to protect your budget. Before booking, read all terms and conditions carefully. Add 30 to 40% to advertised cruise prices for realistic budgeting. Research specific fees for your chosen cruise line and ship. During your cruise, review daily spending summaries at guest services. Ask about all charges before agreeing to services. Keep receipts and question any unexpected charges immediately. Smart spending rules. Set daily spending limits and stick to them. Use cash for tips and small purchases to control spending. Avoid impulse purchases by waiting 24 hours before buying. The bottom line. Knowledge is your best defense against hidden fees. Cruise lines count on passenger ignorance and vacation mindset to inflate profits. Which hidden fee shocked you the most? Comment below with fee and the